Want to start affiliate marketing with an easy step-by-step system so you can get started quickly and see fast results? Well, this is part 3 of our series where we've looked at the 7 steps that you need to take to get started. So in this video, we're going to look at steps 5, 6, and 7. If you haven't watched part 1 or part 2, you can access those videos below this one in the YouTube description as well. If you want more advanced training, you can find links to that as well below this video. So let's jump over to my computer and get started. Okay, so welcome back to part 3 in this series on the 7 steps to affiliate marketing. So I'm going to do a really quick recap, but again, below this video, you can find parts 1 and 2, and you can find some more advanced training as well. So the first video, so part 1, we spoke about steps 1 and 2, and those deal with strategy. So really important. A lot of people don't do this because getting involved with an online business, it's so easy. Few clicks of a button, you have your website online, but people need to stop, go a little slowly and review the strategy and really understand what your business is about. So you really need to understand the business model for affiliate marketing, exactly how it works. And you need to understand and choose your platform for doing affiliate marketing. So we discussed in that first video that our platform for this strategy is going to be using a website. So that's our platform for affiliate marketing. And then in part 2, we went over steps 3 and 4, and that involved choosing your niche, so the topic of your business, and researching the keywords. So for choosing our niche, in the training below, the more advanced training, we have lists of niches that you can choose. We've got brainstorming exercises to help you find a niche. And then we really emphasized that it's important to evaluate the niche that you're going to choose before you go and do the steps that we're going to talk about in this video. So you need to evaluate the niche with keyword research. So really, really important. You might find a niche through the various tactics that we share in some of that other training, but you need to evaluate the niche and really make sure that it is a proven topic that's going to be monetizable. You're going to gain traffic and it's worth pursuing. And you do that with keyword research. So we covered that in the other video. So once you've done, steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, then you can move on to step 5, which we're going to cover in this video, 5, 6, and 7. So step 5 is actually creating your website. So step 5 is creating your website. And so many people, I'm just talking with someone right now on Facebook, they go and they do this step way too early. So you really need to understand the strategy, understand that this is the platform that you're going to use, choose a niche. So you need to find a niche and then you need to evaluate it with keyword research. And then you want to find a whole bunch of keywords, create a keyword list of like 50 good keywords before you go and launch your website. And again, we're building a themed-based content website. So this is a website that covers a topic very, very well. And it sort of becomes an authority on a subject. So when people find your website, you have a website that covers a topic very, very well. There's a lot of information. When people find your website, they perceive you as an authority in this space. And then when you start making recommendations, which is what affiliate marketing is, you're the middleman between a customer and a store. They're going to listen to your recommendations. They're going to click the links and they're going to go and make a purchase and you receive commission. So that is really what the strategy boils down to. And it's creating this website, this theme-based content website. And one thing that we can talk about briefly here is that when you create an authority website, you're going to have a persona on the site. So if people come to a website about finance, they want it written by someone who is financially literate, who knows everything about the subject matter, who speaks well, and who you can relate to in that sort of fashion. If you go to a site that's discussing the best dog food or dog pet products, supplies, and whatnot, you want naturally probably a dog owner, or someone that really loves dogs, or who's a pet owner, to be the persona and the face of the website. If you're going to research power tools and construction equipment, then you want like a handyman to be the persona of the website. So you can be the persona of your own website. You can be the face of your website. I personally was the face of many of my first ventures that I started. But you don't have to be. You can create, a fake persona, and it's just an author of the site. So you can stay private, you can stay hidden behind your computer, you can create a fake persona or a real persona. But the idea is that you have, this unique voice behind the website, who's an authority, who's an expert in the topic. And then when people come and they read your website and they listen to your recommendations, is just going to work much better for making sales and gaining trust and whatnot. So you're going to do that through the website. So in this step, I want to just talk about the few components of building a website. And this is actually really easy. And there's tutorials all over YouTube on how to set up a website. And basically there's just 3 components that you need. So you need a domain name. So your domain name is your address on the web. So this is like google.com, youtube.com, amazon.com, and so on. So you want to choose a domain name and register it that is related to whatever niche you are in. And the next step, once you have a domain name purchased and registered, you want to basically get some web hosting. And now you can think of this as like your rent. So if your address on the web is your domain name, your web hosting is sort of like who you pay rent to every month to have your website live on the internet. And these are super affordable. They're not expensive at all. And this is why it's so easy to set up an online business and why people rush to this step, because you can choose a domain name. You can buy one for like $10 a year, and you can get your site hosted for like $50 or $60 for a full year. So it's easy to do, but you need to do it in the right order. And this is step 5. And then lastly, you need a content system, a content management system. And what we use is WordPress. So WordPress, there are tons of tutorials online. There's WordPress experts that'll show you how to edit your pages and whatnot. It's very user-friendly. It's easy to install. It's free to use. And it's what most people use. And you can really customize your site when you use WordPress. So I recommend using WordPress, and it's great for doing affiliate marketing. And then the other components of setting this up is you want to just secure your site, which is easy to do. And you want your site to be fast, so it loads quickly. And you just want it obviously to be mobile friendly. Many people these days are on a tablet or a phone. So you want your site to be secure, fast, mobile. And basically these are the 3 components to doing this. So it's really easy to do. And basically that's really all you need to know about setting up your website. Now, if we were to talk into more detail, which some of the training below this video goes into a little bit more detail, you would also look to set up your site architecture. So there's ways where you can set up the pages on your site, which sometimes is easier for you to navigate and easier for user experience as well, and easier for Google to come and find your site. And then within WordPress, there are certain settings that are ideal for doing affiliate marketing. So you can have a theme, so how your site looks. And then you can have these things called plugins, which is how your site functions. And basically, again, there's so many different tutorials out there, and setting this stuff up is really easy and really straightforward. And that's really all you need to know about step 5, setting up your website. So once you set your website up, the next step is actually to get some content on your site. So remember, we're building a theme-based content website where we are an authority on a subject matter. So your content is really going to matter for this strategy. So step 6 is your content creation plan. So it's important to think of this strategy and to understand that on the internet, people make money because they have some sort of content, whether it is through a website like we do, or they've got a YouTube channel where they have content, or they've got a large following on Instagram and they're sharing content. You really need to focus on this idea of being a content producer instead of just a content consumer. So here you're consuming content, but it's good content and you're learning, but you got to take action, and eventually, you've got to get on the other side. You don't necessarily need to do YouTube at all. We just do affiliate marketing through a basic website, but you need to be that person that owns some sort of valuable content on the internet, because that is really how you earn and make money online. You need something valuable, and this strategy helps us go down the path of creating a valuable website that's about a theme and is about a specific topic. And what's really going to separate you from everyone else in doing this properly and succeeding is you want a creation plan. So you want a content creation plan. And a content creation plan is really set up with 3 different steps. So step 1 is actually discovering content topics. And because you do all the steps in order, you would have done that already through keyword research, which is step 4. So when you do keyword research, which is step 4, you're going to gather all the content topics, or not all, but a good amount of keywords that your audience is searching for. Remember, a keyword is a word or a phrase that someone plugs into Google. So before you start creating any content, you want like 50 good keywords that people search for related to your website. And that is a good list that you would start with. And that's basically step 1, is discovering the content topics that your audience is searching for. And then once you have that list, basically you want to go through that list and you want to choose and associate a type and format when appropriate. So you could have how-to guides, you can have product review type of articles, you can have just straight up articles that compare one product to another. You can have a type of content that's just a list. So it's a post that creates a list of products or a list of things and so on. So basically, when appropriate, you want to look through your keywords and you want to associate or assign the various types and formats to your different keywords. So you do that all in advance, and then you want to plan and produce. And when you plan and produce, there are a few things that you can do to help make your content better than what is out there on the web already. So some ways that you can do this is basically you can make your content more thorough. So you can make it longer, and you can make it unique, meaning that your website is going to have a unique persona. So there's always room for one more website in any type of niche. But because you're building an authority theme-based content website, you're going to have a persona behind your site. Now, sometimes when you're starting out, it's you, so you can give your own unique flair and your own unique perspective to whatever topic your website is about. And that's going to make your content different from what is out there already. And you can make it new, you can make it fresh, and so on, and you have a unique style to your content. And basically, you can use this to go deeper than some of the content topics that are already out there and on the web already. And then the last thing that you can do with your content that is a good thing to keep in mind is this concept of templates. So when I discovered using templates, it helped me excel the rate that I was creating content and growing my business tremendously, because I was no longer staring at a blank sheet of paper trying to figure out, how am I going to produce content for this particular keyword. I was able to choose a format and a type of article or piece of content that I was going to create, and then I was able to use that creation plan in place and then use a template that I could basically have an introduction that was set up. I can have so you can have an intro section, and then you can have sort of like a value section, and then you can have like a conclusion. So when you start writing these, conclusion. So if you're writing a product review, then you can have a template set up for how this article is supposed to look. And then when you review product X, you review product Y, review product Z. Basically, you're just following the same template, and it can make you work so much more efficiently. And if you think of these, big, large editorial websites that have, hundreds or dozens of writers, they're not all starting from scratch every time they want to create a new piece of content. They have a template for whatever keyword they're using, and they just follow the template and create the content that's unique to their site. And when people find it, they understand that, this type and this template is used on this website and so on. So it makes your audience understand your content and recognize it better. And then it makes you creating it in a much quicker and more efficient manner. So once you create the content, you've got your website up. Step 5, step 6, you start creating content. Step 7 is where we talk about SEO. So step 7 is SEO, and SEO stands for search engine optimization. So basically, you want to optimize, in this example, you want to optimize your website. But SEO really refers to optimizing any sort of digital asset that has a search engine. So you can do SEO on a website like we do. People can do SEO on their YouTube videos. People can do SEO on their Amazon product listings. So basically, you can optimize everything that has some type of search engine online. So the reason why SEO is sometimes confusing is that there's a whole industry with SEO, and things can sometimes get a bit complicated. You can do, there's SEO guides and recommendations for, local businesses will have a type of SEO or some things associated with their website that, other websites might not need, and so on. And then, video has some SEO recommendations, and suddenly there's an industry trying to sell you things regarding learning SEO. And there's all these different types of SEO kind of strategies, and people get bogged down, and it looks really complicated, and it looks overwhelming, or it becomes overwhelming. So we want to really what we want to do here with affiliate marketing using a website is we want to keep our SEO really simple. Okay, simple and basic. Okay, we don't want to get all fancy with all these crazy, weird techniques. We want to keep it simple and keep it basic, and I'm going to explain how to do that for your website. There are 2 types of SEO strategies that we're going to look on for creating a website. And basically, when you have your website and you optimize it, what you're really optimizing it for is Google. So the reason we optimize a website is we want Google to come, and remember, Google is just a computer. So we want Google to come and read our website, and we want it to understand exactly what our website is about. And if you optimize it properly, you can give Google all the clues so it can quickly understand that your website is about this topic, and it covers it very well, and so on. And then when Google understands what your website is about, when people search on Google for the topics and the questions that relate to your niche, Google will serve your website in its search results because it knows exactly what your site is about. So that's really what SEO optimization is. We want to optimize our website so Google can understand what it is about. And when people search on Google for our topics, Google is going to share and promote our website on their Google listing. So to optimize our website, there are 2 things that we can do. One is called on-page SEO, and the other is called off-page. And these are the only 2 things that we need to cover. And again, in the training below this video, we go into more detail on like a checklist for on-page SEO, and then exactly the different types of off-page SEO. But basically, on-page SEO refers to like your actual website and the content on your website. So again, if we want Google to be able to read our website, then we need to optimize the content. And what we can do for that for your website is you can make your website load quickly. Google likes that. We can make our website secure. So we have this thing called HTTPS that we want to make sure our hosting company puts on our website. And then we can optimize the content so Google can read it. So we can optimize the titles, we can optimize the headlines, we can optimize the text on our pages, and the images and so on. So on-page SEO refers to on our actual website, the content, the pages, the homepage, the titles, the headlines, all the things that are in the footer and so on. We can optimize those so Google can easily come read our website, access our website quickly, access it through a secure web hosting company, and it could read it quickly, understand it quickly, and boom, Google knows what it's about. It'll serve it to the people who are looking for it. And then on the off-page SEO, basically this just refers to this thing called links or backlinks. And basically, we want other websites, so external websites to ours, to link to our website. So let me just create a new page here. I'm running out of space there. So on-page SEO was optimizing all the things on our page, and then off-page SEO is one of the big things that we just want to, again, keep it simple and basic. We want links. So we want other websites linking to us. And I'll explain exactly why this is important. If we have a website about, let's just pick a topic. Let's say it talks about the stock market. Well, Google's going to come and read our website, and we're going to have a proper headline. We're going to have proper titles on our pages. We're going to have images that are optimized for Google. We're going to have text that tells Google exactly that our page is about the stock market and we're helping beginners learn and so on. So there we've got our on-page SEO done. We've got a checklist, and all our articles and all our pages meet that checklist properly. And then Google is going to see other websites about the stock market referencing us on their pages and linking to our website from their website. And when Google sees this, it sees these links as votes of confidence. Gee, this website all about the stock market has all these other websites linking to it, giving it votes of confidence. It must be a really good, reputable website. Therefore, when someone searches for the information on this website, I'm going to put it on the first page of Google. That's exactly how SEO works. And that's all we really need to know. We want to optimize our pages on our website, and we want to get other websites that are related to ours. So if we have a website about the stock market, we want other business websites, other investing websites to link to our website. And when it does that, Google is going to see that, and Google's going to be happy, and Google's going to serve your website up in the search results when people search for your content. So basically, that is it. Those are the 7 steps, and we'll just do a really quick recap here. And again, below this video, we've got some training that's a bit more polished and goes into more detail about these 7 steps, how you can get started, how you can work with me and get started on these 7 steps. And again, this presentation is, a bit non-scripted, a little sloppy. You can get some better, more advanced training in the YouTube description below this video. But again, just to recap, steps 1 and steps 2 dealt with strategy, know your business model, affiliate marketing, know exactly how it works. You're the middleman, and you connect potential customers to a store through your website. They click on your links, the affiliate programs track everything, and you get paid commissions. And we're going to do that through a platform, which is a website. So a themed-based content website, an authority site that covers a topic very, very well. We're going to have a persona on that site that relates to the content. So when people come and find it, they perceive you as an expert. They're going to trust your recommendations. So this was our strategy section. Really important to know this really, really well. And then steps 3, once you have this in place, you're going to do affiliate marketing on a website, you need to choose your topic. So again, finding a niche, I've got more advanced training on that in the training below. You want to find your niche, and then you want to evaluate your niche. Find and evaluate your niche before going through with it. And you'll likely want to do something that we talked about, which was niche down. So don't create a website about weight loss. Create a website about weight loss for losing weight after pregnancy, or weight loss for men above 40, and so on. So you want to niche down to your topic. Don't have a really, really broad topic. And then 4, you're going to evaluate your niche before going through with anything. you're going to do keyword research. So you want to find the words and phrases that people are searching for on Google related to your site. And you just want to make sure that people are searching for your site online, that people are buying things regarding your site online, and that there are affiliate programs that you can join. You can actually become an affiliate for this niche. And once all those are in place, then you can go set up your website. And it's really simple. There's just 3 things that you need: a domain name, web hosting, and a content management system. You can install those and get that set up in like 1 hour, and you're good to go. And then you want to produce content, because now, if you want to make money online, you've got to be a content producer instead of just a content consumer. And then to make your content actually work, you need to optimize it. So you want to make sure that Google can access it quickly, read it, understand and understand that your website has all this great content, but is optimized properly. So in Google's eyes, it's a really important website that people want to visit and that's useful. And when you become useful and you make other people's lives better, you're going to be rewarded through more commissions through the recommendations that you're making. So that is the 7 steps in a nutshell. I hope that you found this useful. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be coming up with more tutorials like this, sort of non-scripted tutorials or some more sort of on-camera polished training. But again, below this video in the YouTube description, check out my more advanced training. Go ahead and grab that and check that out. And I will see you in the next video.